They came looking for a good time, but something else was waiting in the woods.
Did you remember the snacks?
I got them right here.
In this town, the only thing sharper than my blade is their fear. And tonight, fear cuts deep.
In the quiet of the forest, one small sound can shatter the illusion of safety.
The hulking figure melted back into the shadows, retreating silently as the young woman dismissed the unsettling noise as merely a deer.
With a single, practiced slice, the phone line was cut. They were now isolated from the outside world.
The killer punctures the tires of their SUV, the hissing air sounding like a snake in the quiet night.
It won't be long now. The generator sputters, the lights flicker, and soon enough, someone will come to investigate.
They thought they were safe, but the shadows hold a hunger that cannot be reasoned with. They thought they were hunting a beast, but they hadn't realized they were the prey.
The killer, a hulking figure in a tattered jumpsuit and pigskin mask, struck from the shadows, silencing the victim instantly. The killer, wielding a rusted machete and wearing a stitched pigskin mask, drags the body into the underbrush, leaving a trail of blood disappearing into the gloom.
They knew they were being watched, yet they continued to squabble.
He was just here. We have to check on him.
I am not going out there.
The softest knock often hides the darkest intentions. He knew they were listening.
She vanished into the darkness, leaving only a muddy calling card behind on the porch. The inhabitants remained oblivious to the lurking danger.
As the rain fell, so too would the blade. The city's nightmare had only just begun.
Down below, blissful ignorance. Up above, a reckoning stained in oil and blood. Smashed through the window, a harbinger of the bloodshed that was about to begin.
They thought they could escape the nightmare, but in this place, the nightmare wore a face of stitched skin and carried a rusted blade.
In the shadows of the old mill, he waited, the scent of blood driving him toward his final act of vengeance.
The killer, a hulking male figure wielding a rusted, serrated machete, wipes his blade on the bedsheets, leaving 2 more victims behind.
The killer's shadow stretched long, reaching for the innocent below. Each step a promise of the pain.
Oh my god! Look out! Run! He's got me.
There would be no escape tonight. The pig knew where he was hiding, and the hunt had just begun.
The hulking figure, wearing a stitched pigskin mask and wielding a rusted machete, ignores the knife the jock throws.
The killer ends the confrontation swiftly, turning his attention to the back door swinging open.
They thought they could escape, but the woods belong to me now.
He's coming! We have to run faster!
There is nowhere left to hide.
He could smell the fear clinging to the damp earth. The footprints were fresh, and the hunt was just beginning.
In the quiet of the woods, every sound is amplified, and he hears them all.
He could smell the fear, thick in the night air. The shed held his prey, and the hunt was finally coming to an end.
He thought he could escape, but the beast had found its prey. The moon bore witness to the coming slaughter. He thought he was unstoppable, a creature of the night. But the girl had other plans.
The hunter pauses, allowing his prey a momentary reprieve. But the game has only just begun. Towards the murky depths she ran, but the man in the pig mask was closer than her own shadow, his vengeance cold and sharp.
She thought she was alone, but the dock was a trap. He had been waiting in the shadows.
The audio is dominated by loud, ominous creaking and groaning of wooden planks under heavy...
The killer's rage was absolute, his blades swift. But in the cold waters of the lake, she found a moment's reprieve.
He knew she was down there. It was only a matter of time before she needed air. He smelled the fear on the water, a scent that promised new blood. The dock creaked under his weight as he closed in on his prey.
When the tide turneth red, the killer emerges. And she always collects her due.
In the heart of the boathouse, she found the strength to fight back. This was her night to survive the darkness.
This is my house. You shouldn't have come here.
He's coming for her. She has to escape. The propeller roars. He failed. She lives.
The boat struck hard, a glancing blow meant to incapacitate. But they underestimated the butcher. The lake couldn't hold him. Now, dripping with the blood of his victims and fueled by rage, he returns. Look at them, stranded, like lambs waiting for the slaughter.
In the darkness, he was the embodiment of her deepest fears. Her only hope was the
The flare hits its mark, a searing burst of light signaling the end. He should have known better than to cross her path.
The killer, consumed by rage, stumbled backward into the frigid depths, her madness finally extinguished by the dark water. Scene 56. The killer sinks slowly into the abyss.
The tide brings many things to shore. This time, it brought vengeance.
The hunt was over, but the nightmare had just begun. He dragged his broken body towards the only refuge he knew.
The beast descends into the darkness, seeking refuge before the hunt begins.
Out here, pain is just a reminder that you're still breathing. You patch yourself up, or you die.
After all this time, the pig mask killer sharpens his blade, ready for round 2.
They're coming.
They thought they had saved her. But as the ambulance pulled away, the real monster watched from the darkness, patiently waiting.
Deputy Miller thought he was hunting a monster, unaware the real monster was already hunting him.
The killer escaped. He's heading northwest. They've lost the trail. He's gone. The dogs are confused.
They laughed, unaware that these woods held a secret far older and hungrier than any campfire tale.
The sound of their laughter only fueled her rage.
They thought they could hide, but their carelessness betrayed them. The scent of their fear hung heavy in the misty air. He decides to save them for later, prioritizing his escape. He has to leave now. They called her the Pig Mask Killer, a legend whispered among the truckers. Now she was real, and she needed a ride.
The scent of oil and blood followed her down the highway. The next town was waiting.
He had nowhere left to run, but the highway always led to more blood. The gas station was just the beginning. In the darkness, the screams are silent, but the fear echoes forever. He was finally face to face with true evil.
The killer arrives. No one is safe. The hunt begins. Resistance is futile.
He didn't want to hurt her. Not yet. He just needed to patch himself up before the real fun began. In this forgotten corner of the world, a man's blood is worth exactly $1. Payment received.
They called her the Scarecrow, a hulking shadow fueled by vengeance, disappearing into the very fields that fed this town's darkest secrets.
Hay and blood. The scent was almost comforting out here in the dark. Time to rest. Even the devil needs his rest. But she sleeps with one eye open, waiting for the signal to begin again. You thought you could hide from me.
They thought the legends were fake, until the pig killer stepped into the light.
He lets them go, knowing they will spread the legend of his return.
The night air called to him. It was time to return to the town and finish what had begun.
He wasn't always like this. Once, he had a family, a home. Now there is only the blood. You can't hide forever. He wanted them to come out. And he knew exactly how to make them.
They walked willingly into the darkness, drawn by the scent of the trap.
Fan out! Keep your eyes peeled, he's here somewhere!
There is nowhere left to run. In the darkness of the city's underbelly, the maze claims another victim. This was it. The moment everything had led to. Only one of them would walk away from this. They shot him in the chest, but he wouldn't fall. He was fueled by pure evil, an unstoppable force of destruction.
This town is mine.
The girl thought she was hidden, but the monster saw everything. The hunt had just begun. He pointed the blade, a silent promise that this wasn't over yet. She thought she was safe inside these walls. She was wrong.
They can't hide. Not from me. I will find them all.
Patience was her virtue. The hunt required it. The kill demanded it.
He waits in the darkness, patient and relentless. Soon, the doors will open.
They call it the last frontier. But the truth is,